Hey, my name is Jerry, and today, listen, I have something exciting to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you how you can set up Ecamm Live to receive audio from Logic Pro. So let's go ahead and jump into the setup process.
All right, so as you can see, we have Ecamm Live open. And what we want to do is we want to be able to get the sound from our DAW inside of Ecamm Live. And to do that, there are a few things that we need to get set up. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close Ecamm Live. And then we need some software. It's called AB Audio. I will share a link to this here in the description. Basically what this is, it's a virtual audio device, a virtual audio driver. It's going to communicate with Logic, taking the audio out of Logic to get it inside of Ecamm. In order to do that, we need to download the software here. We'll just simply click this here and it will go ahead and start the download process. All right, so as you can see, I have it here. And when you open up the file, the zip file, or it may already unzip itself, but when you open up that folder, basically you're going to be presented with these two options here. Basically, this driver allows you to have, in a case, two different audio virtual drivers, like a audio virtual driver A, which is going to be this 107 package, and then the 108 would be B. So it's kind of like you saying if you needed two virtual audio drivers going on, you can have both of them. We're going to go ahead and just install just the A. So you click that there, it will show this, and then you just click here to start the process of installing the virtual driver. Okay, so just simply continue, agree. We have to do it in order to use it, right? And we'll just hit continue again, and then we'll hit install. All right, so that's installed, and we're going to go ahead and just close this here. And then I'm also going to close this web page because we no longer need it. And of course, you know, we always have to do this. And then I will close that. All right, so the next thing we need to do is click on the launch pad and type in audio, and then we can see audio MIDI setup. We're just going to go ahead and hit that there to open it. And you should be presented with this window here. If you're not presented with the window here and you simply just see everything that you see up here at the very top, I'm sorry, you just see all this stuff at the very top. You're just going to click on window. And then I'm just hide this now just so that you can see it, because it may show up like this here. You just click on window and then hit show audio devices. Now what we need to do is we need to set up a multi-output device, and we can just hit this plus down here and select multi-output device, create multi-output device. And what we want to do is we want to make sure it's selected. We want to click on a check where it says MacBook Pro speakers, and then we also want to do the same thing for VB cable. Also make sure that this drift correction is on for here. Basically what this is going to do is going to allow us to select the multi-output device inside of Logic, and it's going to put the sound that comes into there out in both these places. So Ecamm is actually going to select this here, and this is where it's going to get its audio source from, while at the same time the MacBook Pro speakers is how we're going to be able to hear and out of Logic. Now if you're using an audio interface, you would need to select your audio interface right here as well, or if you're using external headphone jack or whatever, you need to select that here, because this is where the output signals are going to be sent. I said one more time, if you have an audio interface like a Focusrite Scarlett or a Presonus, you need to put a check mark in it and turn on drift correction. If you're using earbuds or any external headphones, you need to select that here, because this is where the audio output is going to be, where you can monitor the Logic output. Okay, so now that we have that, we'll go ahead and we'll close this here. And we're going to go ahead and open up our Logic software. So we'll type in Logic. We'll hit complete mode just so that we can see everything. And we'll just download the stuff later. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to go to click Logic at the very top. And then we need to go down and we need to go to Settings, Audio. Now from the Audio's menu, what we want to do is we're going to come to Output, and then we want to change this from our MacBook Pro speakers, not to the VB cable. This would work. The problem would be we want to be able to hear from Logic, not from Ecamm. We want to be able to hear from Logic, the output. So we're going to select multi-output device. And then whatever you want to select for your input, you can select that there. I mean, you may have like a mixer hooked up to this, or you may have audio interface or something. You just select that there. The next thing below that where it says I/O buffer size, this is very important. This will be what determines the latency that you hear coming out of your headphones or whatever you're using to monitor. You want to set this buffer size the lowest that you can get it without hearing clipping or audio distortion. If your audio is starting to seem like it's distorting, or you're hearing some crazy sounds, or you're hearing some pops or some clicks or whatever, you want to up this audio buffer size here. You want to up this here. I myself, just to be honest, I keep mine a lot of times on 1024. As you can see, it does add this 47, 48 millisecond delay. Is not much. I mean, we actually really hear it saying it's like 23. It's not a lot at all. And actually, this gives your computer time to breathe while you are doing all the processing that you're going to do. And you may notice everything runs okay, but when you're having multiple tracks going on and you're adding in multiple audio effects to each individual channel, you may start noticing that's when your pops and your all the other crazy funky stuff starts to happen. So to get around that, general rule, I would say leave it on 1024. But if you really badly, forgive the grammar I'm using here, need to have almost very low latency and from what you're hearing to your ears, then just bring this down. But be very careful with that there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave mine on 1024, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit apply. Okay, once that's applied there, we can go ahead and we can just click this here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just so that you can see that we're getting sound out of Logic and we're going to get it inside of Ecamm Live. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on tracks, and I'm going to just hit on this new drummers track because it gives us a drum loop. Okay, I'm going to hit this button right here, which is just going to allow this drum beat to kind of just like go in a loop. So I'm going to hit play. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but anyways, I just want to show you that this sound is going to make it inside of Ecamm, and you'll be able to monitor this sound in whatever tool you use, earbuds, headphones, audio interface, you got speakers, whatever you're using to monitor, you'll be able to do that and have this audio inside of Ecamm Live. Let's just minimize this right here for now. And we're going to open up Ecamm Live. Ecamm. All right, so as you can see now, we have Ecamm open. And first thing that we need to do is go to our sounds level window. Now, if you don't see this window right here that I'm moving around, if you don't see that, you can easily just click on window, come all the way down to sounds level, or where you see the preview at, you can also hit this button right here, that shows a little microphone or the little lines. Yeah, you can hit that button there and it will show you the sounds levels window. Once you see that, all you have to do is simply go down here where it says MacBook Pro microphone, click on that little arrow there and select this right here, BV cable. All right. Now, what you can do now is go back into Logic, and I'm just going to play this here. Actually, I'm going to turn the volume down because I don't know if it's interfering with my microphone or not, but I'm going to hit play. And if you go back to Ecamm, you can see in that window that it is moving. Check this out. Not only is it moving there, you can hear it out of whatever speakers that you have set up in the multi-output device. So you remember that multi-output device that we set up in the audio MIDI setup? Every single device that you put a check mark by, you'll be able to hear it out of there. Now, here's the thing. If you need to add like another device that you did not put in the audio MIDI multi-output MIDI device, you're going to have to go back in there and you're going to have to add it. So if you say, hey, I got a new Focusrite that I need to have that sound to come out of, you're going to have to go back here, audio MIDI. You're going to have to go back in here, go here and add everything that you want audio output to go through. Okay. I hope that this video helps y'all guys. You know, this is the system that I use so that I'm able to have multiple channels. As you know, Ecamm will allow you to have 2 input sources. But they are working on, I think they're working on allowing us to add VSTs or some type of audio processing. I don't know how exactly how that's going to work. I don't know when they're going to release it. But as you know, Ecamm only allows us to have 2 input sources into their software. So by us being able to have, you know, Logic or your DAW or whatever tool that you're using, you're going to be able to take and have all of your channels inside of the software here. And you can add EQ, compression, limiters, gates, reverb, whatever effects that you want to have. I find this even to work good if you have like a mixer that have a bunch of channels that you just need to have a bunch of things going on and you want to be able to have all of that coming to Ecamm and have something, you know, the audio be really processed in the way that you need it to and have that fine control. This right here works. And the last thing before I let y'all guys go, as you can see that I am running this on, I'm running this on the same machine. I have a Intel-based Mac. I have the 2020 model or 2021. It was one, I think it's the 2020 model, but it is the Intel-based Mac, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and this runs flawlessly. I've ran 30 channels and have had effects on all of mine, all of those channels, and it ran it without problem with Ecamm running as well. Yes, you do hear the fans kick up on your Mac because you're doing a lot of stream audio processing, and of course, Ecamm has its cameras and all that kind of stuff. So yes, you'll just hear the fans come on just with Ecamm, but with this here added, you're going to hear the fans come on. So don't panic or nothing like that. You're not going to blow your machine up. The machine can handle it. I find it can handle it well. I'm pretty sure if you get one of the M processors, the Silicon MacBooks, it's going to run it a whole lot better. Of course, the more RAM you have, the better off you are. But this is a great solution out there to be able to get multiple channels inside of Ecamm Live, and you can also have individual effects. Works perfectly. Hope this video helps y'all guys. Peace out.